15 mind-blowing facts about Egypt, the cradle of civilization. Did you know that Egypt, the land of pharaohs and pyramids, is where the very foundation of human civilization was built? From monumental wonders to mystical ancient secrets, this country holds more than you can imagine. Picture yourself standing in front of a colossal structure that has stood the test of time for over 4,500 years. The Great Pyramid of Giza, the last remaining wonder of the ancient world, has witnessed centuries of change, yet it still stands tall and magnificent, as grand as ever. Egypt isn't just a place of ancient wonders, it's a country where the past and present meet in a fascinating blend of history, culture, and mystery. Known as the cradle of civilization, Egypt is home to some of the most iconic and awe-inspiring monuments in human history. But it is not just about the pyramids and the Sphinx. Egypt's story is a journey through time, one that stretches back to the birth of writing, laws, and even medicine. The culture of Egypt has shaped not just the Middle East, but the world as we know it today. Its contributions to art, science, and religion have left an indelible mark on civilization. But what makes Egypt truly special isn't just its famous landmarks. It's the untold stories and mysteries that continue to captivate our imaginations. Egypt offers us more than just ancient ruins. It's a land filled with endless fascination, and just so you know, this is only the beginning. Stick around as we uncover 15 mind-blowing facts about Egypt that will make you see this ancient land in a whole new light. Trust us, by the end of this, you'll be packing your bags to experience Egypt for yourself. Fact 1. The Great Pyramid of Giza, a 4,500-year-old mystery. The Great Pyramid has stood for millennia, surviving time, weather, and the curiosity of modern man. But how was it built? This massive stone structure, constructed over 4,500 years ago, continues to baffle historians, architects, and engineers alike. Standing at an impressive 481 feet tall, the Great Pyramid was the tallest man-made structure on Earth for almost 4,000 years. Even more remarkable is that it was built without modern technology, making its construction one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world. Historians have long speculated about how the ancient Egyptians were able to transport and place the massive limestone and granite blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. Some believe the blocks were dragged across the desert on sledges, while others suggest ramps or cranes were used to hoist the stones into place. Still, no one is entirely sure how such precise engineering was achieved. The pyramid is so perfectly aligned with the cardinal directions that it defies explanation, and its internal chambers are aligned with astronomical events. Can you imagine how many people it took to build this massive structure? Thousands of workers, architects, and craftsmen must have dedicated their lives to the project, and it is likely the pyramid served not just as a tomb, but as a symbol of Egypt's power and knowledge. Even today, as we stand in awe of its grandeur, we are left to wonder, how did they do it? Fact 2. Ancient Egyptian civilization was one of the oldest. Long before the Romans, Greeks, or even the Sumerians, Egypt was already flourishing. Egypt's civilization is one of the oldest on Earth, stretching back over 5,000 years. While many ancient societies contributed to the foundations of modern civilization, Egypt's early achievements stand out, particularly in the development of writing, laws, and advanced mathematics. The Egyptians were the pioneers of one of the first writing systems, hieroglyphics, something that changed the course of history. This intricate system of symbols allowed them to record everything from religious texts to everyday transactions, leaving us with a wealth of knowledge about their culture, beliefs, and practices. The ancient Egyptians also made remarkable advancements in mathematics. They were able to calculate areas, volumes, and even make complex architectural plans long before the development of modern tools. This knowledge allowed them to construct the massive pyramids and temples that still stand today as a testament to their ingenuity. In addition to their mathematical and writing skills, the Egyptians established one of the earliest known legal systems. Their laws helped regulate everything from commerce to family life, and their emphasis on justice laid the groundwork for later legal systems around the world. Can you imagine what the world would be like without written language? Without the ancient Egyptians' contributions to writing, we might not have the ability to communicate, record history, or even pass on knowledge across generations. Egypt's role in shaping human civilization is undeniable, and it continues to influence our world today. Fact 3. The Nile, the lifeblood of ancient Egypt. Without the Nile, there would have been no Egypt. This mighty river was the heart and soul of Egyptian civilization, shaping its agriculture, culture, and survival for thousands of years. The Nile River provided not only water for daily life, but also the fertile soil that made agriculture in the desert possible. The annual flooding of the Nile, which occurred like clockwork, transformed the dry, arid land into rich, productive fields. These floods deposited nutrient-rich silt onto the land, allowing the Egyptians to grow abundant crops such as wheat and barley that fed their population and enabled their society to flourish. This consistent, reliable source of water made it possible for the Egyptians to build cities, create trade routes, and develop advanced irrigation systems. Without the Nile, Egypt would have been a barren wasteland, rather than the great civilization that developed along its banks. The river became central to Egyptian culture, not only providing sustenance but also serving as a symbol of life and rebirth. It played a significant role in religious beliefs, as the Nile was considered a divine gift from the gods, essential for both survival and prosperity. The Nile was also vital for transportation and trade. Boats traveled its waters, connecting various parts of the kingdom and facilitating commerce with neighboring regions. What would your country be like without a river that could change everything? Imagine a world where there was no water source to bring life to the land. The Nile wasn't just a river to the Egyptians, it was their lifeblood, and without it, their civilization may never have existed. Fact 4. Egypt's amazing monuments, a window to the past. From the grand temples of Karnak to the tombs in the Valley of the Kings, Egypt's monuments are more than just ruins. These awe-inspiring structures were designed to honor the gods, pharaohs, and the afterlife, reflecting the Egyptian belief that life didn't end with death but continued in the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians believed that the pharaohs were divine rulers chosen by the gods, and their monumental tombs and temples were built to ensure a smooth transition into eternity. The pyramids, with their towering stone walls and intricate chambers, were designed as eternal resting places for pharaohs, filled with treasures and items for the afterlife. Temples like Karnak were not just places of worship, but also centers of political power. The massive columns and grand halls were designed to impress the gods and the people, showcasing Egypt's might and devotion. The temples and tombs also served as a reminder to the people of the gods' power and their connection to the divine. Wouldn't it be incredible to stand in front of these timeless structures? The feeling of awe that must have struck the ancient Egyptians when they first laid eyes on these monuments is still felt today. As you stand in the shadow of the great temples and pyramids, it's easy to imagine the belief and devotion that went into creating such masterpieces. Egypt's monuments are a window to the past, offering us a glimpse into a civilization that truly revered the gods and the afterlife. Fact 5. The pyramids align with the stars. Egypt's astronomical genius. The Egyptians weren't just master builders, they were also incredible astronomers. The precise alignment of the pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid of Giza, with the stars, is one of the most fascinating aspects of ancient Egyptian architecture. The Great Pyramid is aligned with incredible accuracy to the star Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, which held great significance in Egyptian culture. The star was associated with the goddess Isis and marked the start of the Nile flood, a crucial event for Egyptian agriculture. This alignment shows just how advanced the Egyptians were in their understanding of the stars and celestial movements. The ancient Egyptians used the stars for more than just navigation. They guided everything from the construction of the pyramids to the timing of the annual floods that nourished the land. The fact that they were able to build such precise structures aligned perfectly with the stars thousands of years ago is a testament to their astronomical genius. Who knew that thousands of years ago, Egyptians were already reading the stars better than most of us today? Their ability to incorporate celestial patterns into their daily lives and monumental architecture is nothing short of remarkable. The alignment of the pyramids with the stars wasn't just for decoration. It was a reflection of the Egyptians' deep connection to the heavens, their gods, and their belief in the afterlife. Fact 6. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh and her influence on the world. Cleopatra, Egypt's most famous queen, was not just a beauty, she was a political powerhouse. Often remembered for her romantic relationships with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, Cleopatra's true legacy lies in her intelligence, political acumen, and the way she managed to maintain Egypt's independence in a world dominated by the mighty Roman Empire. She became the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt and worked tirelessly to protect Egypt from becoming a province of Rome. Her strategic alliances with powerful Roman leaders were key to securing Egypt's place in the ancient world. Cleopatra's reign was marked by a blend of charm, intelligence, and diplomacy. She spoke several languages, was highly educated, and was deeply involved in the politics of the Roman Empire. Her influence on Roman leaders, especially Caesar and Antony, helped secure her position as queen and allowed her to make bold moves to safeguard Egypt's sovereignty. But it wasn't just her relationships that defined her. Cleopatra was a skilled ruler who worked to revive Egypt's economy, protect its borders, and maintain its culture in the face of Roman expansion. Her story has been immortalized in films and plays, but the real Cleopatra was a skilled strategist and leader. She didn't just sit on a throne, she actively shaped the future of Egypt and played a crucial role in its history. How many of you have heard of Cleopatra, but didn't know just how much she influenced the ancient world? Her legacy is far more than what we see in the popular portrayals of her life. She was a woman ahead of her time, leading her kingdom with a mix of power, intellect, and influence that still resonates today. Fact 7. The Sphinx, a guardian with a hidden secret. The Sphinx has watched over the pyramids for centuries, its riddle still unsolved. This massive stone statue, with the body of a lion and the face of a pharaoh, has long been a symbol of ancient Egypt's mystery and grandeur. But beyond its imposing presence, the Sphinx carries with it an air of enigma. The statue has puzzled historians and archaeologists for centuries. Who built it, when, and why? Some believe it was built by Pharaoh Khafre to protect the Giza plateau, while others suggest that it may have been constructed long before his reign. But perhaps the greatest mystery surrounding the Sphinx is its purpose. Was it simply a guardian for the pyramids, or did it have a more profound meaning? Its gaze is fixed toward the east, perhaps in anticipation of the sun's rising, which is linked to Egyptian religious beliefs about rebirth and the afterlife. The Sphinx's smile is another point of intrigue. Its serene expression seems to hint at a secret hidden deep within the stones. Could it be guarding an ancient treasure, or is it a symbol of wisdom waiting to be unlocked? What do you think the Sphinx was guarding? And why does it have such a mysterious smile? The answers may lie buried beneath the sands, but the Sphinx continues to stand as a silent sentinel, keeping its secrets and challenging our understanding of ancient Egypt. Fact 8. Egypt's ancient medicine, pioneers of healthcare. Long before modern doctors, the Egyptians were practicing medicine. The ancient Egyptians were pioneers in healthcare, developing some of the earliest known medical practices. They had a deep understanding of anatomy and the human body, which helped them perform complex surgeries. The Egyptians even had surgical instruments, some of which closely resemble tools used by surgeons today. They were skilled in treating everything from broken bones to eye diseases, using natural remedies and surgical procedures to address ailments. Perhaps one of the most surprising aspects of Egyptian medicine was their ability to perform brain surgery. Archaeological evidence suggests that the Egyptians practiced a form of brain surgery called trepanation, where a section of the skull was removed to treat head injuries or other conditions. The fact that many of these patients survived is a testament to the Egyptians' advanced medical knowledge. Who knew ancient Egyptians were the first to perform complex surgeries thousands of years ago? Their contributions to medicine laid the groundwork for many of the practices we use today, and their understanding of the body, health, and healing continues to inspire modern science. Fact 9. Egypt's rich culture and art. A legacy. Preserved art in ancient Egypt wasn't just for decoration. It was a way to communicate with the gods. The Egyptians believed that art had the power to preserve life beyond death and communicate spiritual messages to the afterlife. Every tomb, temple, and monument was adorned with intricate carvings, paintings, and sculptures, each carrying deep cultural and religious significance. Egyptian art was highly stylized and symbolic, with each color, shape, and position of the figures conveying a specific meaning. From the majestic portraits of pharaohs to the vibrant depictions of daily life, Egyptian art provides us with a window into their society and beliefs. The use of hieroglyphs, both as written language and as a form of art, was another unique aspect of Egyptian culture. These symbols not only told stories, but were also believed to have magical powers. What's your favorite piece of Egyptian art? Whether it's the famous bust of Nefertiti or the colorful tomb paintings in the Valley of the Kings, Egyptian art has a way of captivating our imagination and reminding us of a civilization that truly understood the power of beauty and symbolism. Fact 10. The ancient Egyptian afterlife. A journey to eternity. The Egyptians believed that death was not the end, but the beginning of an eternal journey. The afterlife was a central aspect of Egyptian religion and culture, with many of their monumental structures, including the pyramids, built to ensure a smooth transition into eternity. Mummification was a key part of this process. The ancient Egyptians believed that preserving the body was essential for the soul's survival in the afterlife. The process of embalming was intricate, ensuring that the body was protected for its journey to the next world. Mummies weren't just preserved bodies, they were carefully prepared with personal belongings, food, and even servants to ensure a comfortable existence in the afterlife. The Egyptians also believed in a judgment process, where the soul was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. If the heart was lighter than the feather, the soul would enter paradise. If not, it would be devoured by Amit, the demon of the underworld. Would you want to be mummified for the afterlife? The Egyptians' beliefs about death and the afterlife reflect a deep commitment to the idea of eternity and the hope that life didn't end with death. Their elaborate rituals and tombs show just how much importance they placed on life after death. Fact 11. The Temple of Karnak, a monument to the gods. One of Egypt's most awe-inspiring sites, the Temple of Karnak, was built over 2,000 years. Located near the modern city of Luxor, Karnak is one of the largest religious complexes in the world, and its grandeur is unmatched. The temple was dedicated to Amun, the chief god of Thebes, and over the centuries, pharaohs added their own contributions to the site, creating an immense and impressive structure. The temple complex includes massive pylons, towering columns, and vast courtyards, all designed to impress both the gods and the people. It was so massive that it could hold an entire modern-day city within its walls. The Great Hypostyle Hall, with its 134 towering columns, is one of the most remarkable features of Karnak, and walking through it must have felt like entering a sacred world. The temple was not only a place of worship, but also a symbol of Egypt's political and religious power. Wouldn't you love to walk through this ancient temple that stood for millennia? As you stand in the shadow of these colossal structures, it's hard not to be in awe of the craftsmanship and devotion that went into their creation. Karnak is a testament to Egypt's enduring legacy and its deep connection to the divine. Fact 12. The Lost City of Atlantis. Was Egypt involved? Did ancient Egypt have connections to the mythical city of Atlantis? The story of Atlantis, a powerful civilization that disappeared into the ocean, has captivated the imaginations of people for centuries. Some theories suggest that Egypt may have had connections to this fabled city, particularly in relation to the advanced knowledge and technology of the time. While there's no definitive proof linking Egypt to Atlantis, there are fascinating similarities between the two civilizations. Both were known for their advanced knowledge in astronomy, engineering, and architecture. Some believe that the Egyptians' mythologies may have influenced the stories of Atlantis, and that their understanding of the world was so advanced that it may have inspired legends of lost civilizations. Though it's still debated, the idea that Egypt played a role in the Atlantis story adds another layer of intrigue to its rich history. Could this be just a myth, or was there more to Egypt's connection to ancient civilizations than we know? The mystery of Atlantis continues to fuel speculation, but one thing is clear: Egypt's influence on ancient cultures, real or imagined, is undeniable. Fact 13. Egyptian inventions that shaped the world. Egyptians didn't just create wonders, they invented things we still use today. From the first forms of paper to the development of ink, the Egyptians were ahead of their time in many ways. The Egyptians invented the 365-day calendar, which allowed them to track the seasons with remarkable accuracy. This calendar became the foundation for the timekeeping systems we use today. They also pioneered the use of writing materials like papyrus, which revolutionized communication. Papyrus was used to create scrolls, and this early form of paper played a crucial role in preserving Egyptian culture and knowledge. The Egyptians were also the first to develop a form of ink, which they used to write their hieroglyphs. Can you imagine a world without the calendar the Egyptians created? Their inventions, from timekeeping to writing, laid the groundwork for much of modern civilization. Without these innovations, we would have a much harder time organizing our world today. Fact 14. The mystery of the Egyptian gods, more than just myths. The Egyptians had a pantheon of gods, each with its own unique powers and stories. Ra, the sun god, was considered the creator of the world and the most powerful of the gods. Osiris, the god of the afterlife, was believed to govern the realm of the dead and offer eternal life. Anubis, the god of mummification, was essential in guiding souls through the afterlife. These gods were not just figures of worship, they played a central role in shaping the moral and spiritual life of the people. Gods like Ra were not just myths, they played a role in shaping the everyday lives of the Egyptians, from their religious practices to their understanding of the cosmos. Temples were built in their honor, rituals performed to appease them, and the pharaohs themselves were considered to be divine beings, chosen by the gods to rule. Wouldn't it be fascinating to learn about the real influence these gods had on everyday Egyptian life? The ancient Egyptians didn't just worship their gods, they lived their lives around them, believing that their actions could influence the gods and affect their fate in the afterlife. Fact 15. Egypt's influence on modern society. Legacy that endures. The legacy of Egypt is far from over. Ancient Egypt's influence can still be seen today in many aspects of modern society, from architecture to government structures. The monumental temples and pyramids of Egypt inspired the design of countless buildings and monuments around the world. Many modern government buildings, especially in Western cultures, mimic the style of Egyptian temples, with their massive columns and grand facades. In addition to architecture, Egypt's cultural influence can be seen in our calendar system, our understanding of medicine, and even our modern spiritual practices. The ancient Egyptians' reverence for the afterlife has influenced religions around the world, and their ideas about time, justice, and leadership continue to shape our world today. How much of Egypt's influence can you spot in your own country? The legacy of Egypt endures through the centuries, reminding us of a civilization that laid the foundations for many of the systems we still use today. Now let's talk about one mind-blowing revelation that will completely change the way you see Egypt. We've explored the wonders of the pyramids, the grand temples, the legacy of the pharaohs, and so much more. But there's one aspect of Egypt, its most iconic monument, that might just redefine everything you thought you knew about the ancient world. The Great Pyramid of Giza isn't just a tomb. No, it's much more than that. It's an astronomical marvel. This pyramid, built thousands of years ago, aligns perfectly with the stars in ways that are still mind-boggling to modern scientists and engineers. Its precision is nothing short of extraordinary, and its orientation was meticulously designed to match the stars in the night sky, specifically the star Sirius, which played an essential role in the ancient Egyptian calendar and agricultural practices. But that's not all. The Great Pyramid could have served as something far beyond a mere tomb for a dead pharaoh. It may have been a giant message to the gods, or even a guide to the afterlife. The alignment of the pyramid and its shafts, which point directly to the stars, suggests that it could have been used as a cosmic gateway, helping the pharaoh's soul ascend to the heavens. Imagine this. The pyramid wasn't just designed to protect the pharaoh's body, it may have also been a vehicle for his journey into eternity, offering a path to the divine. And what is even more incredible is that the pyramid was built with such precision that it continues to stun modern architects and mathematicians. The accuracy with which the Egyptians aligned this monument to the stars is something we can only dream of replicating with today's technology. It's as though the builders were not just skilled craftsmen, but astronomical geniuses, creating a structure that could serve both as a tomb and a cosmic instrument. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Stick around, because this last fact will take you to places no other civilization could have imagined. The more we learn about ancient Egypt, the more we realize just how advanced and spiritually in tune these people were. The Great Pyramid's purpose and design go far beyond what we thought possible. What if this pyramid wasn't just a marvel of engineering? It was a message, a connection to something beyond our understanding. The mysteries of Egypt may never be fully unlocked, but each discovery brings us closer to understanding the mind of a civilization that was, in many ways, ahead of its time. As we wrap up our journey through Egypt, we've uncovered 15 mind-blowing facts about this ancient land, each one more fascinating than the last. From the awe-inspiring Great Pyramid of Giza, which has stood for over 4,500 years, to the mysteries of the Sphinx guarding the pyramids, Egypt is a place full of secrets waiting to be discovered. We've learned how the Nile was the lifeblood of Egypt, how the ancient Egyptians were not only master builders, but also incredible astronomers, and how Cleopatra's political genius left a lasting impact on the world. We explored Egypt's early role in shaping civilization, pioneering writing systems, advanced medicine, and groundbreaking architectural feats. We marveled at the temples and tombs built to honor the gods and pharaohs, and how the ancient Egyptians believed in an afterlife that promised eternity. Whether it was the astronomical genius behind the alignment of the pyramids, the intriguing myths surrounding the Egyptian gods, or the influence of Egypt that still reverberates through modern society, one thing is clear: Egypt is a land of endless wonder. Now that you've seen just a glimpse of Egypt's extraordinary past, we want to know, which fact surprised you the most? Was it the mystery of the Sphinx, the advanced medical practices of the Egyptians, or the celestial alignments of the pyramids? Let us know in the comments. Egypt is a land of mystery, history, and wonder. Its influence stretches far beyond its borders, shaping civilizations both past and present. We hope this journey through the cradle of civilization has sparked your curiosity and left you with a new appreciation for this incredible ancient world. Stay tuned for more travel documentaries where we'll continue to explore the wonders of the world, one story at a time.